Fuck you, bitch.
I'm here with Mango
O'Donnell Haas.
the glamorous. Did you put perfume on him?
I have a rose spray.
Mm-hmm. I'm smelling that.
Non-allergic. He's so sweet.
He's so cute.
He was our reunion was very emotional yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Emotionally charged.
He cried.
You got to spend the night together.
He's already demanding of me.
Yeah, he knows.
Mm-hmm.
He's got you fully under his thumb.
Yeah, but that's how I like it.
Yeah, I know. It's a mutually beneficial relationship in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of another not so mutually beneficial relationship.
Pretty one-sided.
So RFK Jr. and a extremely hot journalist.
A New York Magazine, one of their kind of
star political
writers. Yeah.
on the political beat. Olivia Nuzzi.
Nuzzi? Remember Wuzzy, that language? Remember the commercials? Yes, these children are speaking French and they are American. Remember that? Muzzy? Le suis is all... No, you don't know Muzzy, that commercial from the late 80s, early 90s?
No. Okay. Was it a bear?
No, it was like a weird... It was kind of like Rosetta Stone for kids where they watch this cartoon character speak languages and they learn the language from Muzzy. Oh. He was like this kind of wildebeest looking creature.
Love that.
Olivia Nuzzi
is the reporter, and she had like a months-long sexting digital relationship with RFK Jr.
So she profiled him last fall, and they spent all this time together, I guess, for the piece, and they went hiking, and he took her driving in his like dog car that was like for the dogs and disgusting. And I guess they met and sparks flew.
And then they embarked on like an emotional affair. I'm really unclear on what the affair was. Well, like they just texted a lot?
Yeah, at first I saw that they had like a romantic relationship. So I was like, okay, they were fucking. Because RFK Jr. is like a known philanderer. Like he's cheated on everyone he's been with.
Mm-hmm. He likes to get his dick wet.
He's a Kennedy. He's not, this is not surprising behavior from this pig man, but then it came out that it was just texting, or she released a statement saying it was solely through communication.
It was digital in nature.
They didn't consummate their interests.
Damn,
which I'm like,
missed opportunity.
Yeah.
70-year-old men and 60-year-old men like are just out here truly cheating on their wives.
I mean,
just like sexting up a storm.
RFK Jr.'s sexting seems better than hearing him speak. So I'd rather.
There's something kind of interesting about the voice for me.
I mean, I
could get down.
He's got a hot little bod.
I mean, I guess he's still really got it going. Like I've never seen him IRL, so I can't speak to like what my vibe would be if he was like spitting game at me, like how I would handle that situation.
He's like the bad boy. Like JFK Jr. was like the like prince of the family, and he's like the like
he's the bad boy.
He's the bad patriarch of the family.
It wasn't JFK Jr. was like kind of a fail son too.
Yeah, but he was a little, I mean,
he was sexier.
He was sexier and more like polished and like more media trained, I think, and just he was America's prince basically.
And RFK was like, just like a bad boy, like a motorcycle boy.
He's a recovering addict. He's been through a bunch of wives.
He's just a pussy hound.
He's a pussy hound. He's like bad boy, and he speaks like that.
70 years old is a wild age to be sexting at.
And he's got the Kennedy thing. It's irresistible to some, I'm sure, especially if you're like, I'm assuming if you're like a political writer, that stuff matters to you.
I need to read this piece that she wrote about him.
Well, so the big issue is like, it's obviously a conflict of interest because it's like a faux pas for a reporter to fuck their subject. It makes a conflict of interest.
Mm-hmm.
But then she wrote that really damning, really well written piece about Biden before he dropped out, where it was like she was exposing this conspiracy to keep his
Oh
dementia.
yeah, she did the damn thing.
And she killed it. And that article was like incredibly written, and like she got a lot of shit for it because people were like, "You're slandering him," but she was.
No, she did what needed to be done. Someone had to do it.
And then she wrote a piece about Trump recently that was also really well written. People hated that too. But so now people are like, because RFK was a candidate, any piece she's writing about his opponents, in quotes, is considered like biased because she has like a bias with JFK now. Or no,
She's
RFK.
just like sexting.
Because she's sexting.
I think that I understand why the conflict of interest would theoretically exist. But I'm going to say I stand with Olivia and I trust her decision to make the choices that she makes and not have it interfere. And I think that I'm going to say that she did nothing wrong. And I'm going to say, keep on sexting, queen. Do what you need to do. If you are feeling it with a 70-year-old man, explore that.
I don't really care. Like, it's not going to affect my life, her sexting RFK. To me, it's like fun, like media gossip. So it's like juicy and it's like salacious. So I kind of like that.
I don't want it to like destroy her career.
Well,
I feel like this is something that would like have way worse of an effect on her than it would on him. Like no one cares about him.
I don't know why I just said obviously. But yeah, he'll go. I mean, what else can he do? He beheaded a whale, you know? He dumped a bear corpse and like
he does it to himself constantly and no one seems to really care like one way or another, whatever he does. So I just don't think that she like, whatever, you're just having like some silly sexting.
After Vanity Fair reported that a former babysitter accused RFK of assaulting her, Kennedy responded, "I'm not a church boy." Certainly not.
I guess not.
And now people are waiting for Cheryl Hines to make her statement.
Cheryl Hines really, the dick must be so good because she goes through hell to be with that man. He must really have like some serious swag going on.
Yeah. Well, it's like Bill Clinton had that swag, I think, in his heyday. Now he's like, now he doesn't. But you know what I mean? I think it's just.
Yeah, but I mean, Hillary, like him and Hillary aren't like a hot couple. I think Cheryl and RFK are like a hotter couple than like the Clintons are.
I want to have a threesome with Hillary and Bill. Imagine. He takes his dentures
Can you
out.
imagine?
But I do think she had to have known what she was getting herself into.
Yeah.
With his track record.
I wonder if it was worth it in the end.
I don't know if it was worth it. I mean, she was a pretty respected person in the biz, right?
You're really just going to lose your entire career as a journalist for sexting RFK?
Oh, you're talking about Olivia Nuzzi.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Cheryl Hines.
Okay, I was just like going back. I mean...
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I just think that that's like a bit silly.
It seems from what I
also like, don't people like fuck all the time?
Yeah. What
about Hemingway and Gelson or whatever? Weren't they? I guess they were both journalists. Who? Hemingway and there was like a Nicole Kidman, Clive Owen, like HBO show where.
Oh, they were like fucking.
The journalist who was covering the staircase, like,
oh yeah,
fucked David Rudolph and had a kid with him.
Oh, and
her career's not over.
Who's the serial woman? What's her name? Sarah. Didn't she have some weird like fixation on the?
You're gonna meet people in all walks of life that might not be opportune to sex with, and you're gonna get a tingle, and you're gonna need to sex your way through it. And I just don't think outside of like assaulting someone or non-consensual whatever, I don't think it should have that much of an effect.
I don't know much about her. Like I've read those two pieces, but I haven't really read her other stuff. So I'm like not well versed on the Nuzzi career trajectory, but it seems she's young. She's
31.
I was like 31. It seems like people are very divided over her in general. I've seen chatter on Twitter.
Why?
I don't know.
Because she's fucking hot.
Probably.
It is. I think that if she were an ogre, people would have a lot less opinions.
Yeah. I think when you're like young and you write big splashy shit, I think people are going to have opinions about you. And then when you sex with the scion of the Kennedy clan, people are going to hate. And they're going to make it hard for you.
The haters are out. And I say, Olivia, you did nothing wrong. I stand with her.
I hope she like takes to like.
I hope it does not
Nights
destroy her career.
I don't know.
I don't think it should.
She's on leave, so she's not.
Okay.
She's not fired.
Good. Journal. And bounce back hotter than ever.
And just let
this be a stepping stone, a mere stepping stone in your illustrious career. And just beware
sexting.
That when you're really hot, all the men are going to want to come running. And even the 70-year-olds with a raspy voice, even some bear corpse digging 70-year-old.
Beheading whales.
Whale beheading ass 70-year-olds of like a famous family of philanderers are going to be barking up your tree. And it's going to take everything in your power
to not
just send like a waking up in the morning photo and fantasizing, sexting with them.
Apparently, according to the Kennedy camp, he's only met Nuzzi once in his life. I love once in his life.
And which yielded a hit piece. I think that this is going to go well for her. I think this is going to end up being good press. It makes me want to read all the shit that she's written.
Wait, so was it? I don't know. I haven't read it. You haven't read it, so I'll see if it is. If it was sort of a damning piece on him, and then they ended up sexing anyway.
That's what it made him like it.
It's tense.
I think that that's cool. I think they should make a movie out of it.
Remember when he just randomly had Roseanne in his kitchen and he was talking about the bear? What if he sexes Roseanne?
This is what you have to do to get a man interested is you have to meet him and hang out with him all day and then write an incredibly damning hit piece on him, publish it in the New Yorker or New York Mag or wherever the fuck. Mm-hmm. And then he will literally never stop texting you. She's doing she's literally doing everything right. Nuzzi for president. Queen Nuzzi. The queen. The queen's laying low, but she will rise again. We stand with Nuzzi on the step. All non-Nuzzi Nuzzi haters, see yourselves the fuck out. This is a podcast for Nuzzi heads only. Where my nuzzle's at.
Speaking of other fellow icons, Moo Deng is the baby pygmy hippo lighting up the world right now. Move over Fiona the hippo from the Cincinnati Zoo. Your old news.
Fiona the hippo is like entering her Sunset Boulevard era.
She's literally Norma Desmond.
She's literally about to like kill someone because Moo Deng has hit the scene, and Moo Deng is, dare I say, cuter.
Look at that.
Corpulent, stout little body, shiny.
I want her to like bite my leg.
Rolls.
Yeah.
Hippos are also incredibly dangerous creatures.
I think a pygmy one is probably safer, but hippos I think they kill the most people in the wild and like the bush. So she is in Thailand at the Thailand Zoo, or a Thailand Zoo. Not the Thailand Zoo. So she is so popular right now on social media around the world that you can only spend 5 minutes with her when you see her.
Do you just have to look at her through a glass?
But now, apparently, the increased attention on this rising starlet has led to bad behavior from some of the visitors. I've heard this. Water is being poured on her, and people are throwing objects at her. Like, I'm ready to kill you. If you're gonna throw shit at an animal in the zoo, you must die. Am I wrong?
When you visit Moo Deng, maybe we need to look into this. Is it the kind of zoo where you just behold her from afar, or is it like you get to hang with Moo Deng like and take photo ops and stuff.
I'm going to assume the latter that you originally pitched, that it's just like, or the former, sorry, that you're just like, she's over there and you can just take photos.
Because sometimes Thailand, like you can just like go hang with wild animals.
I know, but maybe because of her increased popularity, they're like, it's a security risk now. Clearly, if people are throwing shit at her, that's despicable. You need to be, if you throw stuff at an animal, you need to have stuff thrown at you. I'll just say that.
Like, how dare you?
How dare you? Hostile visitors who only spends about 2 hours a day awake. She only is awake for 2 hours.
She has a lot of sleeping to do. She's a baby.
Some videos show visitors splashing water or throwing things at the sleeping baby hippo to try to wake her up. They're going to take action under the animal protection law if people mistreat the animal. Well, it sounds like they are, so you should do it.
I think that you can just like go vibe in the zoo.
I want to meet Moo Deng.
There's an elephant show. I kind of think Thailand plays fast and loose with like
maybe this
animal interactions.
Maybe this will lead them to be more protective.
Because remember Tom Sandoval like took a photo with a tiger in Thailand and then people had shit to say about it.
Look at her. Her mother's name is Jonah and she's 25. Damn.
Baby's having babies. She's 2 months old.
Oh my God. She's the youngest of 7.
Youngest of 7?
Youngest of 7. She's the 7th baby born to her parents.
Where's the rest of them?
They killed them. I don't know. Her father's name is Tony and he's 24.
I knew that she had Tony in her because Tony reminds me of Moo Deng.
Moo Deng has a TikTok page.
He's not as dang as Moo, but
Bouncy Pig is her name.
He is a little bouncy pig, but he's on a stricter diet, so he doesn't go full dang.
Wow. So I didn't know this. A pygmy hippo is endangered with only 2,000 to 2,500 mature individuals remaining as of 10 years ago. Wait, so this is an endangered species and people are throwing trash at her to get her to wake up?
Well, I think that
we're scum.
I mean, I don't think throwing things in endangered species in zoos is the big problem.
I do.
I think that, like endangering them in the wild is the bigger problem.
I think 2 things are problems.
Yeah. I mean, I think when they say endangered, they mean like they're counting like the population in the wild, not like also the population in the zoo.
No, I know.
think the zoo's like excluded.
I know what that means.
I know. I just don't think that.
No, I'm just saying it's just rude to do to a species that's already threatening existential annihilation. I want someone to fuck with her and then she bites their throat out or something.
She's too small.
That's the Moo Deng I love. That's the Moo Deng I know in my heart.
I wonder if
Look at her. Look at her underbelly. Oh my God. Look at that thing. Oh.
There's nothing better.
I have never seen anything like this. Wow.
She's so little. She needs to be moist at all times.
Wait, I love that she sleeps 22 hours a day.
She has like a lot of growing to do. I think even pygmy hippos get pretty big.
Look at her. Do you want to see her?
She has like a Tony face.
What would you do if you saw her?
I don't know. I might do what I do whenever I even see a pug when I'm driving. I just go, is that Angel? From my car.
I want to like press my forehead against hers.
She's beautiful. I'm Googling Fiona the hippo to pit women against women, but
I feel a little bad because I've been a Fiona fan for years and I'm like worried that she's
on suicide watch. Much like Diddy.
Much
Fiona,
like P. Diddy.
Fiona the hippo is also on suicide watch of a different kind. Because there's that feeling when a hotter, younger bitch comes on the scene who does this same fucking thing that you do.
Damn,
Fiona is also really cute.
She's 7 years old. She's old as fuck.
She's an old fucking crone.
Oh, look at Fiona.
They are very different looking and both very cute.
Oh, and Fiona swims. I forgot she goes up to the window.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They are dogs.
How long can hippos be underwater? Oh my fucking God. I love their little pig hooves. The cloven hooves.
I know. What is their like species relative?
I think like
Are they in like
Rodent?
the pig family?
I feel like they're related to like mice somehow.
Hippos are large, semi-aquatic animals with a large barrel-shaped body. I know that. I'm not fucking blind.
Closest relatives are pigs or whales.
Whales?
A pig and a whale.
They're the cross between a pig and a whale.
They can do it all.
Holy fucking shit. Wow.
How did that happen? I now am ready to like re-enroll in biology to learn about how a pig and a whale.
You should become a marine biologist.
I'm ready to become a pig and whale expert to get to the bottom of hippos.
I feel like every cool girl I grew up with wanted to be a marine biologist.
I love that. Did any of them do it?
I don't think so.
No.
Wow, this is what you get when you hybrid a pig and whale.
I like a rodent though.
I feel like there is an animal that's like big that's related to rodent.
You're thinking of like the capybaras maybe. Or like an Australian. You're thinking of like cute Australian creatures. I know where your head's at because it looks that's like always happy.
Yeah, there is a large animal that's related to rodents. It's
an Australian one.
Oh, okay.
It is like, I think it is like a big rodent.
Look, that's Mango. Mm-hmm. Look at that.
That is Mango after he drinks water. It makes a right mess.
It's kind of like this moment.
Tony makes this face too.
This is a moment when this is an animal being like, what am I?
What have I done?
Why has God made me like, why do I look like this? Do you think they ever have moments where they're like, what the fuck am I? Because they're unlike anything on earth, much like octopus.
Pigs, cattle, and deer. Are we sure about the whale?
Well, dolphins used to be wolves, I think. They did.
This is a claim. I hope that they did.
Dolphins and wolves may share many traits and are related.
Dolphins used to live on land.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was right.
Imagine seeing dolphins evolved from a hooved land-living mammal called Mesonyx.
They look like a large dog.
And that returned to live in the sea 50 million years ago.
I love they returned. They said it's time.
That feeling when it's time to return to the sea.
Are we going to do that?
Maybe like, I think, because dolphins like know a lot.
Yeah.
And you know how some people believe that the sea is actually also somehow related to deep space?
Yeah. There's like aliens in the sea.
Well, what
Are
if
dolphins aliens?
Humans then take to the sea? And then, because it's like moving to Mars or like moving dimensions or whatever, like what if the sea has to do with that and then we dolphinify ourselves?
Wait, speaking of the sea, did you see they found the wreckage of Titan?
Yeah.
Whoa. I was like, how is it so intact?
Well, it just like blew apart.
I know, but the pieces were like pretty well preserved.
But those are like metal, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think a bone, like your bones just explode, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the people are putty.
Or your bones like float to the bottom and the crabs have at it.
Even though I know you weren't going to see it, when I saw the video, I just kept expecting to see like an eye.
Like a skeleton screaming.
Pitched in the eternal shrieking.
Damn.
Wow. Ooh! Oh my God, it's like 13,000.
They just found that now.
Yeah.
I need like something for scale though.
No, this is from last year. They didn't tell us shit.
No, they didn't want us to know.
Why do you think that was? Was it just too horrifying?
I don't know. It's annoying as fuck though.
Like they knew before all of us that they were dead and they kept the ruse going.
Yeah.
So I'm like, was that to spare us the horror of imagining such a terrible fate?
Yeah. They were like, any day now.
They're running out of oxygen. Damn.
They just wanted to like let the people have something to talk about.
Psyop.
Let's give them someone asks and they go, let's give them something to talk about.
I forgot they looked like a
shark kind of. Stockton Rush.
This idiot. Oh.
Damn, that father-son duo.
I can't. He was like, you pussy. Wait, I'm watching Menendez Brothers.
How is it? It's bad, right?
It's like it's all about like incest.
I read some reviews about it, or I
mean, the guys
know,
are
I didn't
hot.
read a review. I just saw like, I guess there was like outrage on Twitter because there's a whole incest storyline between the brothers. Was that true, or that's just like a creative liberty?
I mean, that their argument was their dad was sexually abusing them, so
they had no choice but to fuck each other.
No, originally they said their dad abused them, and that's why they killed the parents, because the mom was complicit. But then I guess stuff came out about like there was some homoerotic like incest vibes between the brothers, but they're saying it's not true.
And then also,
but the guys are hot, so I'm like,
I know. It's like to get gay viewers on board.
Probably. I mean, it's. I feel dirty watching it. I don't want to watch anymore.
That's how I felt watching Dahmer. I was like, this makes me
can't.
feel sick, and I like actually don't want to put myself through this.
No, and it's.
And I also know everything. I've already been through like my serial killer phase where I've like Wikipedia'd every serial killer. So like,
I don't know much about these brothers. I didn't know that the one guy's bald.
who?
The older brother had a toupee. He went bald at like 17.
Damn, I'd kill my dad too for that.
And his dad, well, I think he was. I feel like it was from trauma or sort of stress, and he went bald, and his dad
He had alopecia?
I don't know. He just started losing his hair, and his dad made him get a toupee and forced him to wear it. And he was like, I don't want to wear a toupee. I'll just be bald. And he was like, no.
Sad. I don't mean to laugh, but I also like don't want to watch I don't want to watch a show like multiple episodes about like a dad like raping his son.
No, it's really
like
really
and
horrible.
them killing him.
And they're making it like,
and then also like it inferred that they're like fucking each other. I'm like, there are some things like I never need to really bear witness to or know about. Like, I am sorry that happened in their family, and their family was like incredibly dysfunctional. Another member of Menudo later came out and said that the dad raped him.
the Menendez dad?
Yeah. Because
Ricky
there's
Martin
some
dad?
other like documentary out now that's about this Menudo guy and the Menendez brothers on like probably Peacock.
Wait, the band that Ricky Martin was in as a child?
Yeah,
Whoa.
I know.
That's
So I think this dad was a bad dude.
They were also from Camden County, where I'm from, and then they moved to Beverly Hills. I was like, what? So random. But yeah, it just, for some
This
reason,
feels random.
it's random, and it's also like, I watched 3 episodes and I felt kind of nauseous watching it, and I was like, there's full frontal from one of the brothers in jail. It's kind of fun. But other than that, it feels like weird.
You could also just like, you don't have to make it like a true crime story. Like if you really wanted to like see brothers fuck, you could just make up a fictional story.
I don't want to watch incest. I've never been
You've
like,
never been like an incest porn person.
no, I don't. I call me square. I just don't. I'm not
You church
into
boy.
it. I like daddy's role play like porn, but I don't want them to actually be related.
Well, no one. I think that the whole thing is
No,
like,
no. I like when like there's a dad who in the porn the characters aren't related, but they're doing like.
Is there porn where everyone's related?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, Laura. Are you kidding? Incest porn is huge.
Wait, I thought that was like everyone's just playing.
No, the plot is that they're related.
No, yeah, but they're not actually related.
No,
But how is that different from dad and son?
it's different.
Wait, I'm so confused.
What
So
are
are
you
you saying that
confused
there
about?
is incest porn that's porn of actual brothers
Well,
fucking?
there's gay twins that there is like twin porn where gay twins, identical twins are fucking.
So that is like true incest porn.
Yeah.
And then
But there's like
but like when people are searching for like
they
dad
wanna-
and daughter, they're just searching for like people who are just playing at those
Yeah.
roles.
yeah.
But that's also classified as incest porn.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess you have to really clarify like real incest porn versus just like fictional incest porn.
Me specifically.
No, just when you're searching.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was even legal to like really film yourself fucking your blood relative and then just put it on the internet.
I think if they're adults, I think it's, I don't know. There's a lot.
I can see that being like on the dark web, but like I thought
that's not. That's like gay porn is pretty.
You're telling me that there are gay brothers out here where they're fucking and then everyone just knows that?
Yes.
And they're full blood relatives.
Yes. Why am I?
Have we talked about them before?
Yeah.
What are their names?
Those twins on like TikTok, but I don't.
But weren't they proven to be like not relatives?
I'm not making this up. There are.
Oh, I don't think so. I'm just trying to clarify because like I truly did not think that it was like. I thought whenever anyone was commenting on incest porn, like not like going on the dark web to get true incest. I thought incest porn was just like, we all know that these people aren't related, but they're pretending to be related because that is what incest porn is. I think that's the
common incest porn, what I'm talking about. But there are twins that do porn together. Or like are in like a threesome with someone. It's true. I'm not lying. Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens. It's not something I like to search for. It happens. Gays are pretty creative.
Damn. This is even still going back to thesword.com says in 2017, gay porn twincest is alive and well.
Yeah.
I just didn't think about that, but
your innocent mind.
I just was like,
no, I think the common incest porn is like dad comes home and finds his son and he hasn't done homework, like that,
or like my brother's so hot.
Yeah,
but
or
it's
like my stepbrother, like that's. I think that's the
or
most
like
common.
My mom has huge naturals,
but like
but yeah,
there are.
But so in the gay world, because this seems like in the straight world. Like if a straight couple, and maybe this is like weird bias or whatever. Like I think it's kind of weird to like fuck your brother or sister. Period. I think it's even weirder to like film it and put it on the internet.
Wait, by it you don't? Yeah, I agree. I think most people.
Well, some people don't because I think what I'm realizing is a lot of people don't. A lot of people think it's like really hot and they want to fap to it.
A lot of people are into the idea of two hot identical male twins fucking each other, and I think twins get like propositioned a lot.
Yeah,
I think it's like pretty common.
But then
people are wild.
But like, so for some reason, like I think the gay element of it like doesn't ring the alarm to people.
Why? Because we're pigs?
No, I mean, I don't know because I'm like,
Laura's like, we expect this from you.
Well, I think I'm just surprised that not more people are really talking. This is like crazy to me.
It's not. I mean, maybe I'm a desensitized faggot, but I'm just like, this has just been a thing. We've been.
There's no straight porn. There's no straight porn where a brother and sister are fucking on camera, right?
Like they're actually related?
Yeah.
I think there's laws against it now. They have to play pretend.
But there's no laws against like hot gay twins doing it.
No, this isn't amateur porn. This is like studio.
I'm just saying we uncovered a real a gender bias.
Laura's gonna be like, she's gonna be leading the charge, like save the gay twins in gay porn.
I mean, has anyone told them like you don't have to do that? It doesn't have to be this way.
They probably make a lot of money. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, if a straight
people
brother
don't care.
And sister,
people don't.
They don't. That's what I'm saying is they don't care about the gays doing.
No,
this.
I think society has a low regard for gay sex,
and I think just more sexual adventure and activity is on the table as a gay person than as a straight person.
Yeah,
yeah. But I think if a brother and sister,
I think society just assumes that we're all like heathens.
Maybe this is like twin bias too, because I think with like twins? Two girls being twin, there's something. When I think about two female twins hooking up and then two male twins hooking up, there's something that's like, you're just like, well, if they're identical, it's just canceling each. I think everyone just thinks it cancels each other out. So then it's a net zero. Well, by many realizations today that I like wasn't expecting.
I think you also are just.
People are the level of like twin, like it's okay for twins to fuck in our society. It's like literally depraved. No one cares. But if like a brother and sister did that, people would be like, what? Like, but it's the same thing. But because it's twins, people are just like, well, they gotta just do it. It's twin stuff. Right?
Yeah, I think people...
That's what you're telling me right here, right now. That's what I'm learning, is that people are just like twins. They know a lot of things, and they sometimes fuck each other. They know a lot of they have a different experience. Sometimes they fuck. We just kind of all accept it, turn a blind eye. Sometimes we watch. And then when it comes to
it's like
regular siblings that don't look like each other.
Both should be ring the alarm.
Oh, it should 1000% be an immediate ring the alarm. If anyone is fucking their sibling, it is a ring the goddamn alarm. Please.
Wait, but that's not...
But also, I guess in private, you can just do what you want. Well, I don't know.
Remember when there was even an inference that Angelina Jolie and her brother were like, had an inappropriate intimacy with each other, and it was just...
She just kissed him for a long time on the lips.
I remember that. I remember that as a kid.
But yeah, they didn't even get nude together.
No, but I'm confirming the bias that you're talking about. That when it's hetero, it's like, and gays are like, oh, the fuck.
But also
let him go.
Two hot girl twins. They're like, let him fuck. People have a really like
twins
laissez-faire attitude around like hot twins fucking.
Yeah,
if they were weird looking, they'd probably be like,
twin rights.
We save the twins.
I'm a twin advocate.
I'm a twin cest.
As a spouse of a twin, I am offended, but I am.
I think we need to save the twins, save the children, save the twins.
Save Moo Deng and save the twins.
Stop fucking with Moo Deng and save twins from fucking each other. Someone please tell hot twins, like, they do not have to fuck.
Your absolute confusion almost inadvertently gaslit me into denying what I knew was true. That there's gay twin.
And we've fully talked about these gay twins before.
I was suddenly like, wait, am I imagining this? Am I depraved?
No, but I knew that we'd talked about some gays before.
Well, no, there were a pair of guys that I think we found out weren't even twins. They just looked like each other. And they would be like kissy kiss. They would like tease. There's people that like tease. They kind of play with the taboo.
I mean, the Island Boys, they made out.
Yeah, and then one of them's gay.
I know. And that was like a supportive move of his brother. But also it's like, when you're supporting in those ways, you don't need to make out the tongue. Weird. It is weird. Save them.
It is weird.
But
save the twins. We're just gonna save the children. Lara's we're going full Q about saving the twins.
I'm just like
in society.
I think it's weird.
Yeah.
That we are collectively being like, hot twins can fuck.
It's disgusting.
And then if they were just
horrible.
Brother and sister,
it's like
it would be like, this is the sickest, most disgusting thing. Either you have to stop the twins from fucking or allow the brothers and sisters to start fucking. Which choose? Someone choose. I mean, I don't have a real skin in the game because that's not my genre.
I mean, I think there's incestual abuse that gets exposed a lot and things like that, but you're talking about like
no, I'm saying if you're gonna have twins out here fucking and getting to make money, then I guess justice for the brothers and sisters that want to fucking make some money.
I want to like kill myself.
Well, I mean, we've got to do something about it. You can't just have one rule that's okay. It's societally.
We should insurrect over twins.
I'm ready.
Twins being objectified in society needs to stop.
It either needs to stop or you need to let all the twins fuck. Or just the regular brothers and not the non-twins that get a go at it too. What's it gonna be? Choose. You fucking perverts.
On that note, I'm Carey.
I'm Lara.
And you're listening to Sexy Unique
Twins.
OCUNST.
OCUNTs. OCUNTs.
I like saying the S.
It's OCUNTs, just everyone.
Oh my God. So we're on episode 9.
We certainly are.
The big Sonoma adventure begins. Heather and Alexis are driving. I'm like, this is so random. I know they're friends, but they bond over they both have queer children, but I'm like, this is just random.
It's random. I don't like Lexi. I don't care if she has a trans kid or not. I find her to be a menace.
You can be a supportive parent of an LGBT child and still be fucking annoying.
And still be a menace to society is what she's showing me, is that both things can be true.
Who wants fun, Lexi?
Lexi's going to Sonoma.
Oh, Lexi's going to wine country.
Ooh, wine
Sorry,
country.
baby.
Love it.
Heather's hot son, Nikki, comes home. I like him.
Which house is this?
This
Their
is
LA
the
house
LA
or Orange
house.
County?
LA. They're in Beverly Hills right now.
But this is the house that's going to get redone.
Yeah, her kids like being in LA more.
Yeah. The Dubrow family never ceases to make me not feel crippling insecurity about my own dysfunctional family.
When Nikki came up, I went, brother Nicholas, come over here.
Heather Dubrow's whole family is like very asexual to me.
Yeah.
Despite them being like different sexualities, different genders, as she loves to tout,
Yeah.
I'm like, no one in this family fucks, and it's very clear.
She's like, all of my children are different genders. I'm like, okay, me and my sister are.
Yeah, like if you have a boy and a girl, if you have two kids,
No, I
one's
mean,
a
I
boy
know
and
what
one's
she
a girl.
means, but
No, I know,
the
but
way
it's
she's saying it, I'm just kind of like, oh, okay.
It's like you don't have to add that to the mix.
I
guess all of them, each one is
each one has a different sexuality
gender
and gender identity. So
that's a lot. It's busy, keeps you busy.
But we love to see a supportive mother doing a fest in Sonoma to raise awareness for LGBT kids.
It has it all, because you can do this,
And
look
drink
like
wine.
a great person, drink wine, and stay in a chic resort.
Yeah. The kids are just like, Mom, can we just stay in LA? I mean, come on. Nikki's at school at UCLA. The daughter wants to get into filmmaking or something. Again, I think they're like truly pitching her to be Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
She should be. She'd be great.
Then there's this incredible transition of Terry's face into the moon over OC, and I was literally like, what?
I'd be so pissed if someone made a moon face transition of my face in a show.
I have a large face. Like
You don't have moon face,
no,
though.
but I just have a large face, and so like when I am in pictures with people, my face is like, I look like Jupiter, and everyone.
I've never noticed that.
I notice. So when I saw this, I go, I feel you, Terry.
God damn, you said they've
Emily,
done it to us both.
Everyone's
Emily's
getting
packing.
ready. So the Sonoma thing is a fashion show, and all the women are walking in it,
Important.
including Lexi.
This actually has everything. Like a
Fashions.
superfluous fashion show for no purpose other than for Heather to shill her. Is it Heather's line of clothing that she's done with someone else?
Yeah, it's like an LGBT clothing.
Heather is truly a marketing genius.
She is.
Because this type of behavior is entirely, I mean, as is everything that she does, is like entirely self-serving from start to
100%.
finish, but under the guise of like inclusivity.
But that's everything. Like during Pride Month, like it's just what happens.
I know, but the way that some people just like magically kind of do it.
Yeah. I just wrote, I love charity.
See, it works.
And
Emily says her measurements. That is a very like Midwestern. I knew a girl who once called the game, you know, the game cornhole.
Mm-hmm.
She called it bags, but she pronounced it bags.
Bags. Wow. Measurements. Sophia looks just like Tamara.
She's like dark Tamara.
She's goth Tamara.
Her daughter hates her.
Yeah.
And she's also rude. Tamara goes, well, I'm packing. Get in here. She goes, what are you packing for? And she's like, I'm in a fashion show. And she goes, you're walking in a fashion show with your 5'2" stature? I was like,
I would be like,
I will.
When these cameras are off, I'm
gonna beat you.
Out of you.
I'm gonna beat you to a pulp.
I'm going
as soon as these.
You're
people
getting
leave.
the belt.
Yeah.
When these cameras turn off, you little fucking asshole, you're
gonna take a real tumble down the stairs accidentally once these fucking cameras are gone.
I am taking the car that I paid for
I'm gonna
you.
run over your foot.
And I'm gonna drive it into a lake, and we're gonna watch it sink to the bottom of the lake together. Then Heather,
go live with your dad in Sydney, bitch. If this is how you're gonna be.
That's so mean. I'm not even a big fan of Tamara, and I was like, this is so mean to say to your mom.
Yeah.
Heather, this was very soothing to me. The way Heather packs was incredibly OCD, but it was very soothing. She puts tissue, or what is that paper?
Tissue paper on everything, folds it over so that nothing gets wrinkles. Love it.
Her assistant.
She better hop to it. She better pick up what Heather's putting down.
God, Jesus. I just wrote Jesus Christ, Jenn. Poor Jenn.
And Katie FaceTime. And Jenn reveals that she's coming to Sonoma later because she has to go to court to deal with her divorce drama and like see if she finally like gets alimony payment. And if so, how much? And she's really like hoping for a real big payout.
Katie's like, girl, I know what you're going through. I went through it with my ex. Like, I'm here for you, girl. She's like, let me come with you to court.
Well, she goes, God, I just really wish I could come with you to court. I love that, which is like, you don't wish that.
What if Jen was like, okay.
I wish you could too, will you?
I'd be like,
but I have to get on the private jet. Let's go. We're filming on the private jet to Sonoma.
I can't.
And I don't know if I can. I can't fly like Southwest to. I don't know if there's any flights available later in the day. Like maybe if I'd known yesterday.
Ooh,
but I think Heather's expecting me. If I don't get on it, she's probably gonna be mad.
She's gonna be mad. I'm like trying to mend things with her.
Yeah. So but I wish I could go with you. I really wish I could.
Okay. I know love nothing more than a private jet on the Housewives. I miss Kyle praying. Doesn't she have the Talmud or something? She's like a Jewish prayer book with her every time she flip. Remember?
Oh, because she's so scared.
Yeah, I miss that.
Everyone arrives at the private airport. Shannon's in full clown mode, doing like physical comedy with like her bags. I was like, Shannon.
She brings it on herself.
I know. She's like trying to throw her like plastic bags. What is with like women of a certain age loving to travel with Ziploc bags?
I mean, I kind of do that.
You do that. I would just like to publicly urge everyone to get in a place of like a DOP kit or...
I mean, I have a shaving kit, but I just like for my pills, I like to have a bag.
I found something cool the other day.
Send it to me.
I will.
Show me to me.
It's called the VitaVault. And you like put all your vitamins in different things. It's not for travel, but I'm also in the mix. I'm trying to look for like a nice way to travel with pills and vitamins that's not like throwing every bottle you own into some sort of carrier. I'll keep you posted. Research mama.
Shannon. So Alexis is talking about an event she and John went to. They went to like the opening of like a sushi restaurant the night before in Orange County somewhere. And John is wearing Ferragamo shoes and Shannon hears someone goes, what are the shoes? Someone clearly...
Oh, Emily.
Yeah, the producers were like, ask what the shoes are. And she went, what are those shoes that John Jay is wearing? And then Shannon turns around.
Well, they go, she's wearing the Ferragamo shoes and the thing, because they all like media picked up the story that Johnny J and Lexi made their red carpet debut as a couple.
In like Irvine.
At like a Cold Stone Creamery in Irvine. And then Shannon saw that and
she's on the brim.
Allegedly, someone was saying when Shannon saw that Johnny J and Lexi make their red carpet debut, she drove right to the mall and had a cocktail at a bar in the mall and was seen alone drinking at a bar in the mall.
Damn.
It was like, not
she drove?
I don't know.
Hopefully.
Or was Uber. Someone said something about her drinking alone in a bar in the mall.
She has so much money.
Drink at home.
I would just hire a driver.
Yeah.
For the period of suspension.
I'd get a horse.
Saddle up outside of Houlihan.
Or take a carriage.
A pumpkin carriage.
Invest in like a stable and just become a cowgirl.
I want one of those like carriages from like the Secret Garden where it's like fully like curtains and things. Like I want that.
Like a royalty.
And I want to have like chicken. I remember in the Secret Garden when Maggie Smith and Mary Lennox are driving to the castle, and I just remember I always have this image of Maggie Smith was eating chicken wings. She was going and like drumsticks, and she had a little like picnic thing, and I always was like, ooh.
It would be fun. Yeah, I think if you go like to arrive at the Quiet Woman in like a full blown like Louis the 15th, Louis the 14th, like beautiful carriage with like some stallions pulling it.
Topless.
I think that would shut Lexi the hell up for once.
She should arrive on horseback topless.
Yeah, Godiva. So Johnny J, Shannon had seen on the red carpet debut that Johnny J was wearing some Ferragamo shoes that she had bought him. And then they're kind of talking about that at the front of the plane. And then someone goes, hey, Alexis, what kind of shoes was John wearing? And she goes, why are we talking about him? But it's Ferragamo, I believe. So quickly.
Yeah.
The way she loves to just turn the knife.
And Shannon goes, they were really expensive. They were expensive. And then Heather, she pulls up Google and she goes, they were like $350. I was like, Heather.
She goes, $350 to $475. Not that cheap, not that expensive. I was loving that.
All the women on that plane have seen the videos except Shannon. Shannon has no idea the videos exist yet.
No, she's living in a world where she thinks that she's not going to have to pay John $75,000 to keep him from releasing videos of her threatening to like run over his daughter. I'm sorry, I still believe like you should be like, fuck you, I'm not paying, release the fucking videos. I don't give a shit.
She deserved it. She
probably did. I think that's iconic. And I feel like most sensible gays and girls would agree.
Yeah, I agree. But the world isn't sensible gays and girls. The world is.
I go, Shannon, do it for the girls and the gays. Release, tell them to fuck off. I go, torture life for the girls and the gays. Tell Johnny J to fuck right off and release the tapes.
Shannon should host a viewing party.
Shannon should release it on pay-per-view. I'd pay $300. What?
I'd pay $50.
Well, you could just come over and I'd pay and you'd watch.
They arrive at Dawn Ranch, which looks
nice.
It's so Sonoma.
Mm-hmm.
It's so Sonoma.
They take separate Ubers from the private jet, and Gina is like trying to talk some sense into Alexis, like in the Uber. She's like, you don't really want to like release those. Like, you don't want to be the executioner. And Lexi goes, that's my man. That's my man she's talking about. It's my man.
Your man of the month.
You are being used.
You were brainwashed.
Yeah. You're being used as a pawn in Johnny J's sick revenge fantasy against Shannon Bajor.
Yeah, I want to be like, newsflash, Lex, he's still obsessed with Shannon.
Yeah.
So they get to the place and the general manager of the hotel is named Teach, in quotes, and he looks like David Cross in Arrested Development.
He does. This place looks nice.
Raquel should operate it.
She should.
As like her like sober job.
She should have a bed and breakfast.
Hello, welcome to Rocks.
It's a place where you can relax, take a load off, and be away from your phone.
No political violence allowed here, and no shaming of anyone.
She should open a bed and breakfast for people who've been canceled.
Yeah, or just like a women's center.
I don't think she's gonna go that deep, but I think she should open up like a cute bed and breakfast for like people who are like canceled on the internet.
Mm-hmm. A recovery center for cancellation.
Come one, come all. Depending if you did something completely irredeemable, you can still come.
Shannon, Emily, Katie, and Gina get lunch, and Shannon.
Wait, also Alexis and Katie are wearing full heels.
Yeah.
Katie's like
Lexi's in like red bottoms.
And they're stepping on like mush.
I know. I was like, those shoes are gonna get torched.
Yeah, they all sit down and order drinks.
And Shannon orders. I was like, girl, you're better than this.
There was a vodka cran.
Was it a vodka cran?
And Gina goes,
I don't know, man. This is not a good idea.
Shannon goes, because we're on vacation. I was like, girl, all you had to do was just like not order a vodka cran. She's stressed.
I think Gina's right. Like, don't fucking drink this weekend. Just don't do it. Like, you have Tamara watching you like a hawk in the sky. Like, she's ready. She's the narc police.
Tamara's gonna pounce on everything you do.
You
like,
have a sober ally in Gina.
Yeah.
So, like, just stay true and don't give in. This is what the women want. They want to see you drink.
Yeah.
Tamara wants to be proven right so she can divert attention from her probably problematic drinking.
Also, if you're gonna drink, don't couch it like because we're on vacation. Like, I'd rather you just go full balls to the wall, be a fucking drunk, and like not try and play it off like this is a little treat for my vacation.
Or do what I used to do and just wait till everyone goes to bed and drink wine
alone
in your room.
I'm sure she does that too.
Yeah, you're in wine country.
If you start your day, also like a vodka in the middle of the day is like, that's alcoholic behavior, ass.
If anything, if you're gonna drink, get a soft red.
Or get a rosé.
Like, you're in wine country, it's appropriate, it's on theme. A vodka cran is like barfly, dark.
It's a bit Bukowski.
Tamara
is asking Alexis about.
So Alexis, Tamara, and Heather go to this like to check out the line of clothes for Heather.
They go to like Equality Wines or wherever the fuck this wine place is. And Tamara's like, wow, Alexis, you and John are breaking the internet. Like, everyone loves your red carpet debut. And I was like, Tamara, you're a fucking Judas ass piece of shit.
Breaking the internet from Cold Stone.
Live from the red carpet debut at PF Chang's
in Irvine. in Orange, California.
Shannon also, I'm like, Shannon, you're so much better than this red carpet debut. Like, they're making their red carpet debut at like Red Lobster. Like, you are better than this. You do not need to be twisted up about these two washed up idiots.
They're at like the Capitol Grill.
The fact that they're even walking a red carpet anywhere is like, no. Shannon goes, they're at Oscar parties now. Which is like, were they at an Oscar party though?
So they meet Jim Obergefell, who's that's the bill that got marriage equality passed. Mm-hmm. And they have no idea who he is.
Oh yeah, me neither. I was like, who's that? I was like, let's move it along. Like, get back to the ladies' drama.
This lesbian that is part of this charity is explaining overturning Don't Say Gay in Florida and like trying to fight against it. And you see Tamara going, trying really hard to be like, I'm cool.
I love gay people.
I love gays. I love gays. I
like,
love them.
Call me when you're like doing something about twincest activism, and like, then and only then am I ready.
When you're at Laura's level of allyship, where you're literally like,
where I'm like, I don't want brothers to be like fucking.
You're in the trenches.
I'm out here in these trenches, so like, miss me with this. This is old. This is 1.0 old ass news. Let's talk about twincest.
I do think it's a little weird that like Heather didn't explain. Like, I think that could have been a good moment to be like, this man is very important in history.
She probably did, and the editors were like, everyone was in a place of Vicky. Everyone, like, true.
Can you imagine Vicky being there? No.
Say gay.
Say gay.
She goes, don't say it.
Don't say it.
I never say it.
I haven't said it in 20 years. Shh.
Vicky, remember when she said no hate? When she did the tape? Vicky, out of all people. Vicky's like probably a virulent homophobe. But that's why I love my queen. I love her regardless.
Like, I get that you feel like you might have to like throw some activism into a Real Housewives thing, but I also am just like, please don't.
No.
Like, it truly is Snooze Fest 101.
I don't care.
I don't care. I support it. Like, I'm happy for you that you're doing it. It makes you feel good. Great. But like, let's hurry it up and get to the fashion show. How about that?
Jenn finally arrives and she's in bad states. She recaps. She's only getting $6,000 a month for 5 kids.
That's nothing.
I know. I went peasantry. That's shillings. That's cruel. He's a fucking asshole. How dare he?
He is a fucking asshole.
You have 5 kids.
Together.
That is so rude.
That is basically when they're with Jenn. I assume that they likely split custody with.
This is like real.
It's a vibey smoke machine. But like when they're with Jenn, her budget for and
probably her own expense. Like that's
that alimony is only paid children? To cover what the children's expenses are. So like clothes, food.
Oh, so how come Sutton gets $300K a month?
What? There's alimony and then there's child support. What?
Alimony, I think, is just
alimony is just like
thank you for being married.
Thanks for existing and marrying me. And I'm sorry that I couldn't pay you less, but here we go.
I think $6,000 a month in child support. That's so rude. And he obviously has money. He's a rat bastard. Also, someone in the Patreon said a while ago that he worked for her dad.
Oh yeah.
So his ass is the only reason. His ass only has a job because of this woman.
Jenn is a sad, kind of cursed person who exists to make sure that we all make better choices than the choices that she's made. And in that, she's doing a valuable community service to women and gays everywhere.
Burping him. It worked. Right?
That was full Moo Deng. The rest of Shannon is like Shannon's in a place of whisper. And they have like asked her, they're like, what's the latest with John? They kind of moved to like robes waiting for massages. And they also like, this woman's like, we're going to make sense. Like, what is your favorite smell? And I was like, stop forcing them to do things. Like, they don't want to do it. Emily goes, tacos.
And the woman
I love her.
Okay, we can.
She goes, and what is it that, if you had to boil it down, what do you like about the smell of tacos? And Emily goes, meat and cheese. I was like, she is not buying what this woman is selling, and I love her for that.
Gina has gas and constipation. I was like, I feel you. And
they asked Shannon, they're like, so what's the deal with John? Like, what have you like made a counter offer? Yeah. What's happening? And she's like, yeah. And she goes, can I ask like what you countered? And she goes, about half. She's gone full whisper.
She's gone into a place. Gina got a new dog named Clover. It's like a peace offering to Travis for kicking him out of her house.
Gina is also like acting like a clueless ass bitch.
What do you mean?
She's like, you got 2 dogs. So it's like, I think she's trying to like slowly cut the cord.
Yeah.
And what better way to do that than like, now you have your own dog. So we both have dogs.
She's not fooling us.
Not fooling me for a second.
But that's why I kind of love it.
She goes, now he has a dog and my new construction's underway, but it makes him really mad. He's like really sensitive. And Emily's like, why? Because he feels like you're replacing him. She's like, yeah. And you hear Shannon goes, I gotta go outside and take this call for my lawyer. And then she comes back.
In tears.
She comes back in tears and like sits through the rest of Gina's fucking soliloquy. And then Gina goes, see, this is why I have gas. And Shannon goes, I'm going to have diarrhea. And reveals that Johnny J
did not accept her.
Rejected her offer.
He is like all or nothing.
$75K or fuck you.
I wrote, Shannon must have been cursed by a witch as a child. Because her life is very tragic. Something happened.
She also like brings a lot of this upon herself.
No, I think she karmically, I think she manifests pain because she's in pain.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe there's like a hex on her.
The Vitch. Dark William.
Vitch. Black Phillip.
Dark
William. Dark William. The recesses of your psyche that came through. Dark William.
It's Dark William for you.
Oh, well, Dark William. Star of the Vitch.
So Shannon is truly
She's
And
always
well,
being sued.
She's always being sued. And then Gina's like, how dare they? Like, they don't even know. Like, it's so hard for you with this lawsuit and the money and the video. And Shannon goes, what video? What video?
She over and over again, she goes,
What's the video thing?
Video? What
What's
video?
the video thing? What's the video thing?
What video thing?
What video thing?
And Emily's like, she didn't know. And I was like, Gina, you are such a bad actress. Like, being like,
yeah. What if right then she just went,
Shannon should have just powerfully shit her pants in that moment. It would have been an incredible, like, reaction.
Katie then goes, Shannon, look at me. There's apparently a video of you from the night of the wreck, and you're doing something incredibly incriminating in it. Because they all probably saw it in Big Bear.
Do you think Lexi showed them?
Yes. And then she goes, and then Shannon goes, and then she starts crying, and then out of nowhere she goes, you know something? And then doesn't follow up. It's like when Biden went, anyway, you know.
And she goes, what do? Now I have to pay him the full amount. I just have to do it or he's going to put the video. And they go, you just have to do it. Go back and tell your, she goes, go tell your lord. She goes, I'm fucking calling him. Fuck. But I'm also like, how is this legal? Is it legal just because it's a Ring camera?
Isn't this extortion?
It is.
Right?
He hasn't explicitly said it, but it is inferred now via Lexi that if she doesn't pay him $75,000,
that's why he's doing it, because it would be illegal if he did it.
It'd be illegal if he said,
words,
I will do this.
Yeah.
But he's
getting away with technical, like he's within the line.
And he's making Lexi do his dirty work, which is like
yeah, but Alexis is also, she's cursed. She's bitch because her ex-husband sued Shannon and Tamara.
Yeah.
And she, like, I just feel like bad things come from being near her.
Yeah,
not to blame the woman.
They cut to Equality Wines, and then Lexi's going, and I said, Johnny, let's just settle. Come on, let's settle. And he said no. And I'm like, you're hitting every talking point that John prepped you on.
I love Shannon. I'll never forget. You know something? Fuck, I gotta call him.
So now
Jenn also talks to Ryan on Facebook at one point, and she goes, I'm a lucky girl. And Ryan goes, I'm very lucky as well. I get to sleep with you naked every night. And I was like, what the fuck?
It was like, you're sex trafficking her. I was like, this is the deal.
But what is that weird, like, AI? I am very lucky as well. I go to sleep naked with you.
This icked me out because I was like, come on, have a little class. Like, it is just the transactional nature, I think, of their relationship is she provides him with sex at any time he wants it, and then he pays for her kids and lets her live with them.
Yeah.
And that's dark.
It's dark-sided.
I mean,
she's got to do what she's got to do.
Don't say it to everyone on camera.
I know.
Can't you just be like, I'm lucky. You're an amazing, smart, beautiful woman.
Yeah, maybe tell her that while they're like she's reeling from being screwed over by her ex-husband.
Behind closed doors, you can be like, you're my whore for money. You don't have to just say it on the fucking show. So Shannon goes to call her lawyer again. She comes back even more fragile than before. And he goes, Shannon, what'd you say? And she goes, I said, pay him whatever he wants.
How much money do you think she has? Net worth?
I mean,
10? Maybe more. 30? Because that house of theirs was like $20 million, wasn't it?
Yeah, and she comes from family money. Maybe 50. I think if you're just paying like $75K willy-nilly.
Just give him the fucking...
I said pay him whatever he wants.
So the women are getting ready for...
Well, they go... So then they're supposed to have a like bath time for two of them, and then Shannon's going to have a massage. But she goes, do you mind if I just go lay down? Just lay down. She's about to drink like an entire bottle of vodka in her little fucking hotel room. She's like, And if I just go lay down, I just need to really. Gina's like, yeah, go rest. Come on. And then Shannon goes, Shannon, I'm so sorry. And Shannon goes, listen, God has a plan. Listen, so enjoy your massage. And then like weepily takes off to the cabin. She full blown draws the blinds and glug, glug, glug.
I've been there.
I get it. Katie and Emily like take baths.
Everyone gets ready for this. Is my favorite part of the whole episode. They're all getting ready for dinner, and it's like kind of like spooky evening, and it's like a cold Northern California night, and Heather's doing her thing in the mirror, putting her earrings on, and then you hear, and it's a rap at the window, and it's Shannon in the rain, and Heather goes, Shannon, what, is that you? Oh, and she runs under the door, and she goes, come on in. And Shannon's still in her robe. Her hair is messy. And I was like, imagine it being like a rainy, cold, foggy night. And then you look out the window and Shannon Bedore is outside.
Ready to like tell you something.
She comes in and she goes, come in from the cold. Sit down.
Sit here on the couch.
Can I get you something? Can I get you a hot tea? Something.
And Shannon is like, I have to share something with you. I'm shaking right now.
Also, why does Heather dress like she's in 2009?
I don't know. It really was bugging me this episode.
It was kind of like indie sleaze.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
It's like the Teachers of Peaches.
Electro Clash. Her outfit was like kind of like, it was like a skirt with like tights or like legging. It was something.
She's a bit hipster.
And yeah, she goes, sit down. What is it? Shannon, tell me. I'm so worried about you. What's going on? And Shannon goes, I gotta tell you something. I gotta show you something, but it's gonna be hard to look at. She pulls out her phone.
Shannon then tells Heather, and this was kind of confusing. She's saying like the night of her DUI, she crashed the car. She was like into a planter, like kind of downplaying it, which I loved because it was like a planter. Let's be honest, it was in the actual house.
Yeah.
And she's like, and then I don't remember anything. So I guess she like hit her head and promptly blacked out. And then she texted John a picture of her bloody face.
It was scary.
And then he never responded. That was a thing.
He was like, you're drunk, I'm going to bed. And then she texted him like, I just crashed my car or
and
something.
And then a picture of her bloody face. And then
she was like, look at me.
Yeah.
And look what I've done. It was very like, I've been there before.
Oh yeah,
like,
I know
attention.
exactly the mindset.
And then he didn't say anything. And then as soon as the cops were coming, he texted her.
He was like, what's going on? They just brought Archie here.
I think she's kind of inferring that he knew. He hung her out to dry. Like he saw that she crashed and like didn't do anything to help her and let her get in trouble. I think that's what she's saying.
Yeah.
Which is like a theory.
I mean, it's shitty, but
it's not his fault that she crashed.
It's not his fault, yeah.
She's kind of like still skirting responsibility. It is.
I think it's also just she's trying to say like he is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And this is how he dealt with this when he clearly like heard the crash. And then I texted him right after.
Look at me! With like she took a photo of like a close up of her bloody eye.
But she seems like she was in a mindset of like, fuck you, I'm gonna drive drunk into a building and then we'll see what you think. And then he was like, okay, and called her bluff. So she did it. And then he was like,
you made your bed.
Yeah, which is kind of what you have to do with alcoholics.
Yeah, I don't think it's his. I think if anything, it's like, yeah, it's like, you know, if you were a good codependent friend, you'd be like, come inside.
I know, you'd get in the car and like drive it back in the put it in the garage and like hide it.
But
he's sick of your ass. Sorry. He doesn't want to be with you anymore.
Yeah.
So that's a great way to break up with someone is to.
I'll never forget Shannon taking Archie.
In a blackout. Blood poured down with a bloody head. Just taking a nighttime stroll. She goes, crash the car. She's like, great, now I can text John a picture and he'll be sorry.
Yeah.
And text him a picture of her being like, with like full blown blood over half of her face. Then they'll never catch on to me.
The Pink
Who,
Panther.
me?
Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo.
This is a great way to break up with someone
I
that is
crashed my-
bugging you.
I crashed my car into a planter. I let it
don't
go.
care. I love it.
That was Shannon.
That was Shannon that night. But she
You're
really
on
did
a
care.
different road. You're from the 70s, but I'm a 90s bitch.
I love it. I walked my Archie down the road until the cops were there.
I texted photo of my bloody eye. You said nothing. I crashed my car into your neighbor's house. You didn't care. I crashed my car into a house.
Santa,
You
I
don't care.
You love it. That is. Why couldn't she just break up with him? She suffers from an inability to break up with a man. And this is honestly what happens to every woman who suffers an inability to break up with a man. You will fully crash your car into a planter and get a bloody face, and they won't care. They'll love it. You have to break up.
Dark William.
You.
We're not letting. That's a new thing.
Dark William.
Let's read our Dark Williams in the cult. I love Heather's like, what am I supposed to do with this info?
But she does act. She does get a good chance, like to acting is reacting. She goes, "Oh, Shannon."
Oh, Shannon.
And Shannon's like, yeah, she's shaking. Countess Jacqueline Yvette.
Chrissy Barlahan.
PJ Global.
Alex Talayo.
Makeup Fresh.
Obviously.
Emily Vaughn.
Gina Sapienza.
Sarah Elizabeth from Boston.
Lucy from London Town.
Brooke Johansson.
Julia Farrell.
Gerd, Queen of Brooklyn.
Jessa, obviously Toledo Hyder.
Dilly from The Beaver Picture.
Jessica Hernandez.
Mazatov Laws.
Mary.
Katie Sulin.
Mike Earhart.
Sharon Baum. Realtor.
Timothy Shiel.
Matthew Thomas.
Elsie Robinson.
Cheeseburger Bay.
Mariah Kay.
Kathy West.
Kip Moore.
Hillary from Chicago.
Orlando.
Patron of the Farts.
David from Switzerland.
Nick Sedaris.
Grace Ellinger.
Emily.
Kim Lucas.
Drew from Toronto.
Kate Sup Lawyer.
RJ.
Modern Canceling, McLean, Virginia.
Jeffrey Pradama.
Pradama.
Guys, come to our Austin show. It's this Saturday at the 04 Center
Austin,
in
Texas.
Austin, Texas. Our home away from home.
Come see us. Last time we're doing this show for the ever.
Forever, probably.
So
buy your tickets now at sexyuniquepodcast.com.
see us then.
Bye.